What's your reaction to the success of the show?
Well, I would say first of the reaction, my first reaction would be surprised. We actually filmed it more than a year ago, and so the year went by and almost forgot about it until in December. Actually, Netflix called me and said, "Are you ready to be a star?" And I replied, "I was born for it." And so honestly, until the day after the show was out, I could not believe it. Actually, I could not believe how many messages we got. I could not believe how many messages or tweets or anything, and how many people from the past contacted me also. So
Right.
many. So yes, it was first of all, it was a surprise. And then I was extremely happy in the way I was portrayed, but more especially for Anna, the way she was portrayed. Really, I was very happy. The only disappointment is to hear my accent. I was convinced that I sounded like Prince Charles in my head until I heard, and then I read the comments. So yes.
Yeah, don't look at the comments, maybe. I don't know.
No, they are my favorites, actually. I cannot laughing, but
if you don't mind, so there is kind of, you're kind of the mystery man of the show, I guess. Would you mind maybe just giving us a little bit of your backstory and how you ended up where you ended up?
So long story short, I'll try. Actually, I've been from a very lucky background in a way that I was horse riding since I'm a child. I was champion of France. When I was 16, I used to ride high level. I was in the French team, etc., etc. I then studied accountancy. Yes, believe it or not. But before everyone else, I knew it was not the right way. So I stopped. And I used to live in England, in London, Windsor, exactly, where I studied marketing. And so I validated the certificate and everything. But actually, by accident, I became a sales associate, if I may say. And actually, I was very good at it. So very quickly, I grew inside of the boutiques and I became a manager, and I ended up managing a Valentino boutique. And this is where I met Queen Anna Shea. And we became very close friends very quickly. And actually, the way we became friends is that she could properly trust me. She was so surprised that I was actually living the same lifestyle as her, as I was traveling the world already through my friends, through my family, and going to Saint Barth already for a long time. So, and actually, we met again in Capri, and she was like, "Who are you?" And so we became very close friends, and then the rest is history. And so when Anna was contacted to do the show, she actually mentioned that she would not do it if I was not there. And that's why you see me a few times. And actually, I was supposed to film only a few minutes scenes, and then I was called to stay longer in LA and etc. etc. And this is the way I'm here.
What's your feeling on the feud between Anna and Christine?
Honestly, I think it was heated on the spot, but in a funny way. But truly, we are now, and we talk about it with Anna, and we're actually above it, and just silly. And actually, recently, Anna said a perfect example, and she said, "Why would I be bothered about it? I love Boucheron rings. I know there are several. I'm not mad about it. I know other people wear it. So really, we don't.
Did you
We're above it."
Sorry. Do you feel like there's a competition between the two? Or was it more one side than the other?
My feeling, well, let's not talk about my feeling, but what I'm sure about is that to Anna, mine, there is no competition. And so we just play along with it.
Is it true like she can or does like shut down some stores sometimes, like for her own private
It's
shop?
different. It's the other way around. Store closed for her.
Like,
So even Louis Vuitton Champs-Élysées once on Sunday evening at 8, we were the only people in the shop with the sales associates. It's very common for her that shops would have her come in, and she's very friendly with the people, and it goes very easily and nice, and everyone is happy actually.
when Kelly came with her boyfriend Andrew, was that the first time you had met?
Yes.
What's your take on them?
At first, I was not thinking anything. I was more, oh, there are new friends. Let's show them Paris. And then very quickly, it was a very weird tension between them. And again, I'm the French way. So whatever happens between you, you keep it for yourself. And they did not. So it was kind of, it was kind of weird for me. So I didn't know how to interact at the beginning, and it was actually quite far. And then they wanted to cancel dinners, and I was like, no, we are invited. You go, whatever happened, we are going.
You don't want the drama.
Yeah, because what you see is actually, it looks like it's only one day, but actually the drama was going on through 3 days. And it's real. And I want to insist on that. Anything you see on the show, it's real. Okay. Like the tension between Anna and Christine, the tension, the very strong tension, because some of it was not even on camera. So what you see on camera is actually the result of what's happening through the trip. And it was a new experience for me because I never had that before. So I didn't know if it was scripted before when I was looking at other shows, but it's not. And sometimes you can think, oh, this is silly, this is pity or whatever, but it's really happening.
At the finale, of course, there was an exchange of digits with Kane. Did he approach you or?
So actually, Kane and I met prior to this evening. We get along very well. He's the nicest guy. He's been very close to Anna, very protective. He's extremely caring. And so we never had the chance to exchange details until that evening. And then.
Because I think it was implied maybe it was, you would be going on a date. I don't know. Is that just implied, or was that something? Did anything happen afterwards?
What are you talking about?
Did you and Kane,
sexually?
did you and Kane like ever go on a date together? Was that how it was? Was it romantic or?
We never had a proper date.
You never had a proper date, but you did have a date.
Maybe.
But are you dating anyone now?
Maybe.
Oh.
But I'm married to Anna. I'm her gay husband.
I love it. Who would Anna set you up with? Like, who's the type of person Anna would set you up with?
She wouldn't try. She knows I'm mean. So she wouldn't try. I bite. I'm not the type. She is not trying.
Yeah. But you're still friends with Kane now?
Very much so.
Oh, that's cool. Do you guys hang out? I mean, just like friends?
So I'm in Paris, he's in Los Angeles, but we definitely keep in touch and exchange a lot. We sometimes have talks. We talk with Anna and Kane on the phone. He actually visits her quite a lot. And so we are often in touch.
Would you ever set her up? What's her dating life like?
Nothing important enough to talk about.
Yeah. Would you ever try to set her up with someone?
No, sometimes we joke about it and we see someone cute and we are like, is it for him, for me, for her? And so it's more that way, like we are joke around, but nothing serious. Honestly, it's not what we talk about. It's not our focus.
And then, are you friends with any of the other cast members, like Sherry or Guy or
Jamie, actually. Jamie, I'm familiar with. I'm not friends with any, let's say. I would say that the closest I am is Kane after Anna. Of course, Anna, it's been almost 10 years. But Kane is the most, the friendier I'm with. And then it would be Jamie that I met several times in Fashion Weeks. Yeah. So we have common friends. And so we seated once next to each other during a Givenchy show. And so she's the one I know the best after Anna and Kane.
What did you think about Kevin and Kelly trying to get together?
I think it was more Kevin trying to get with Kelly more than anything else. And I would not be surprised because he's kind of a wild dog trying to hunt anyone. So I was not surprised. But I didn't expect anything from it.
Yeah, what did you feel about the penis pump being thrown out the window?
First of all, it was the first time I saw one, I have to tell you. And now apparently everyone has one home. So I'm so amazed and impressed, first of all. And I'm far from being a virgin. But
you're far from being what, I'm sorry?
A virgin. But truly, I never saw one before.
Were you surprised at Anna's house?
Yes and no, because you can expect anything from Anna. So I was surprised, but then I say,
Did you and Anna discuss it afterwards?
Actually, we never discussed it. The only time we discussed it is when I tell her off, saying that everyone is thinking that it's mine.
I was going to say that they probably did, huh?
Everyone did. Everyone mentioned it. Actually, the interview I told you about, 3 or 4 people said, "Oh, I'm sure it was Florent. It was not mine."